From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends, produced by Michael Leonetti. Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, with special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, the musician. What's the matter, Michael? You have a hard time getting up this morning? Hey, come on. Wake up.
What a night last night we had.
Holy
it was
Toledo.
Unbelievable.
I know.
It was Sandy's dad's birthday party.
I know, and we tricked him, didn't we?
Yeah, we stuck it up his gazoo real good. We put 89 on the birthday cake.
I know, he looked at that and he went, what? He goes, what do you mean? I'm 21. I was born on February the 29th.
What a great time we had. You know, I was telling Sandy this morning, what a magical night it was. John Lindquist wasn't there because no matter, every time I invite this kid,
well, he was fixing his hair.
He's got his hair, he's fixing, he's got a hemorrhoid problem.
No, I think his wife was out of town or something.
No, I know.
Yeah.
John, I love John.
Yeah, she goes out of town
He said,
a lot.
Chef, one day I'll test your food. This is good, and I'm going to give you a bill. Last night,
well, we might have to bring it down to the studio.
Right.
Who knows?
We had about 50 people.
Yeah.
And Alex Yanko, Mr. Yanko.
Yes.
What a ball he had. And then Jim Sorrells from the country club, a very dear friend of ours, and we went to go see him. And it was so funny, Sam, because we went to see him. He said, I'll just come over just like this to wish him happy birthday. I got to leave. He stayed all night. He sent his kids home. He's got two good adults. He says, I ain't leaving. And we went outside around the pool, and it was just one of the magical nights. And we laughed and not see the Grossos were there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And the Tanners.
The Tanners.
And also Sue and Eddie were there.
Jolie and Perko. She was so tired, that poor girl, because she worked. I don't know why that Jolie's got her working on Fremont Street. Why does he want that girl to hit Fremont Street?
What? Who?
Well, no, not street walking.
Who?
But he had her working, doing
Who?
some kind of a food fest.
Who? Oh, Pirko. Oh, they were there for the Life is Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Life is beautiful.
They said the lines never stopped. Remember, they had those what were they having? The truffles, tater tots, the truffle tots and stuff. Oh my gosh, they said it was amazing. And
great.
I'm so excited for them because they've got their new place opening up in December.
Yes.
And it's still being built out right now. And I'm so excited because Pirko gets to, share her baking with everybody. And I'll tell you,
baker, boy,
once she starts sharing that baking too, it's going to be amazing.
We went through 42 bottles of wine last night.
42? Holy Toledo.
42.
Did you clear out the wine cellar?
No, but 42. We went through 42 bottles.
Well, and a lot of those were gifts to Dad, so we drank his gifts.
No, we didn't do that. But Carl Grosso, and Carl, he likes to, he's really not a drinker. But if he would drink the scotch out of Scotch tape. That's how much this guy drinks.
You know what? It's funny because everybody asks, well, what do we get your dad? What do we get your dad? What do we? And you know what Madeline brought him?
Plot.
You know what Madeline brought him?
What'd she bring him?
She said, I gave your dad a silly gift, and I said, good. He needs a silly gift because he loves silly gifts. She brought him this little man, this little guy, and he's playing the saxophone. It was so cute, so adorable. Yes, it was really cute. And then we told everybody, he loves wine. And my dad, he doesn't drink a lot of it, but
he's a boozer. He's a boozer.
No, he will have 2 glasses a day because the doctor said so.
Yeah,
seriously.
Crap.
And he said because it's good for your heart, it's good for your blood, and all this stuff. Just 2 now, not 22, but 2. So we got him some nice bottles of wine, and he's gonna have those bottles for a while now, because it's just two glasses a day.
Well, that's good. And I hope he lives another 600 years.
I know.
Anyway,
me too.
I have my cigars, because
maybe not 600.
I'm a cigar smoker.
He might
I
be all
belong to a
shriveled up by
club,
then.
and I got a beautiful humidor. So here comes Bill Tanner. A real cigar smoker. This guy will smoke a red tree. An oak you ever seen a gigantic oak? He'd wrap it up and puff on it.
He likes the big thick ones,
right.
Huh?
So I said, yo, Bill, look what I got. Oh, these look beautiful.
Yeah, so
he didn't say
did he check them out?
He checked them out. He was sticking them in his pocket. I said, oh, they're $22 a piece. What are you doing? No, I just want to taste them. I said, taste one. Then Jim Sorrells, I said, Jimmy, you want a cigar? Yeah, I'll take one. He goes,
Jim had one too?
Drops it in the pool.
Yeah.
Drops it in the pool. Can I get another one? Sure, that's $44. Go right ahead. Enjoy yourself. But anyway, what a great time we had. And then naturally...
Monique showed up. Monique and Robert Doherty Jr. When Monique walked in the room, my dad just went, oh my gosh, it's Monique again.
And he says to me, look at the coconuts on that girl.
Hey,
and
Michael, would you stop that? He did not. That's you. Stop doing that. No, anyway, she brought the different car yesterday. You know, she has. All right, now let me see if I get
another
this right.
millionaire.
Oh shoot! What
how about
did you say
Mr. Gordy? Wait a minute. How about Mr. Humble? I love that guy.
Gordy Brown Jr. Yeah.
So he comes in. He goes, Chef Mike, I had your meatballs.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God, they were delicious. So what happened is they were there, and naturally Peter Pavone. I love Pete. He didn't stop chewing since when he walked in. So he comes in, he sits down, he grabs a bite to eat, and he's eating. About an hour later, I said, Pete, you haven't stopped chewing since you walked in the door.
Well, you know what? He came in, and he was beet red. I said, what happened to you? He said he took a niacin. 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
What the hell's niacin?
And niacin. You haven't heard of niacin? Well, that's what. Actually, it's good to open up the valves in the heart. Huh?
It's a mineral.
Yes, John. It's a mineral.
John.
No, you're right. It opens up your heart, and it's really good. And as a matter of fact, heart patients will keep a little thing of niacin, and just in case, So, but he had the niacin tablet at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and what it does is it opens up your capillaries or your right. And
I thought he was in a
all
sun.
of a sudden, no, and all of a sudden he got the flush. And what happens when that happens? I mean, your entire body gets beet red because all your blood is going to the surface, right? And so it's good for you. It's healthy for you. But it lasted quite a long time, and I've had that before. But anyway, so he was beet red.
Well, he came outside and he was like, he said, I feel flush, I feel hot. So I got the garden hose and stuck it right up his gazoo. You know what I mean? To cool him down.
Well, I told him, I said, I switched over to niacinamide because niacinamide is much milder and it doesn't, create
How do you spell that?
Niacinamide, Niacimade. I don't know,
wow.
niacinamide.
Very good.
So anyway, and then also he told me they have one niacin that now does not make you flush. But the point is that it opens up your capillaries.
Who
it's very
cares?
good for you healthy. We care because obviously he cares because he does it. But it took all those hours because he didn't get there till 5 or 6 o'clock, and then he was beat red.
Does it make you hungry? Because he didn't stop.
And it also makes your skin tingle, like prickly, like.
How exciting!
Yeah.
Well, anyway, to turn around, here comes Peter.
And Joanne was there. Joanne Toronto.
Yes, she didn't stop eating either. She said, "How do you make those roasted peppers?"
And she was wearing the most beautiful dress from Cachet.
Yes. How
my
exciting.
Gosh, it was a beautiful white dress.
How
it had like a lacy pattern on the top, 3/4 inch sleeves, and it fit her body just perfectly.
Now, suppose I said that about a guy. Yeah, this guy walked in with a tight pair of slacks, and I mean, it really fit his buttocks. It looked really nice. And what do you think about that?
I did not say what part of the body.
Well,
I just said it fit her body perfectly.
Jolie was there. Handsome guy. What a good look. He should have been an actor. I swear to God. Him and John Lindquist.
Yeah.
These guys should have been in movies. These guys are good-looking guys.
Yeah, he looks kind of like... he
looks like Cary Grant. That's what he reminds me of. And anyway, we had a great time. And then who else? Mark Jehovy was there. He had to take the kids. Who invited the kids?
Yeah, well, actually...
No, I did. I'm only kidding.
But we also had the kids. Jim... No. Who else brought
John
the kids?
Capolera, one of our buddies, one of our associates with the...
John.
John was there. He came in with his children.
Campanero.
Right. No. Campanero?
No, Colmenero.
That's our attorney.
Colmenares is Neil.
Neil was there.
As a matter of fact, look what you have in your hand.
I got Neil's information. Stop putting your fingers up. I'm picking up the tab here. Let me tell you when I go to break.
I tell you.
Yeah, right. Neil Campanaro, he gave a lot of... Colmenares. He gave an unbelievable gift for the show that we did.
That's right.
150. He gave an hour free consultation.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something,
He's
folks.
a civil attorney.
He's a civil lawyer. I mean, these guys are in business to make money. It's like anything else, and their time is money. And he donated 150 hours.
Yeah.
Of anybody to give him a call, go to his office for the Sunday event,
to
talk to him about LLCs, whatever the case may be. He speaks fluent Spanish. It was really great. But last night, Sam, I got to tell you,
he helps people get their pass. What they call
like
it?
Regis Philbin.
Is it the green cards or their
well, their citizenship.
Their citizenship things.
Because what happened? Because let's face it, it's a corrupt state, and there's nothing that you can do about it.
Because remember, he was going to help our friend. When she gets done with school.
Yes, and we try to do something. And it's like anything else, even from Caesar's time till now, people run what's going on.
From Caesar's time?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show.
I hate
with
to go
Chef
to break.
Michael.
I want to keep
You know
talking.
what, Chef? I want to hear about some of those fabulous recipes that you made last night. Because you know what? I forgot to eat.
Don't worry about it. I was so tired I had to make her a grilled cheese before she went to bed.
I know. Anyway, we'll be right back after message from our sponsors.
Kazoo. Hey, Happy New Year!
Still in Fred. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Chef Michael, you sound like a little under the weather here. What is it? I mean, I have never seen you so exhausted, so tired, even after last Sunday's performance at the WEMA event over at Can You Get Country Club. And that's after you loaded in and tore down all the stuff for the show. Okay, wake up. Anyway.
No, I'm wide awake. I'm having a great time. No, seriously, all jokes aside, yesterday.
Seriously.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
God, I can't get a
friggin'
word in.
I'm saying, go ahead.
No.
What about it? Come on.
Marco
spit it out.
I loved your banter between you and Sandy. Every husband and wife, Sandy and I are not married, and we're never going to get married because there's too much money between us, and we would get murdered. You know what I mean? I went through it. So, but anyway, outside all that.
Yeah. We'd have to sign 2 prenups. One for your album, and your slicer, and your Jolet painting,
and the cookbook,
and your Jolet painting, and the cookbook, and your charts.
Oh my God! Who's on the phone?
Pirco.
Not Pirco.
Oh my gosh! Hi, Pirco. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Chef Michael.
Good morning,
Sandy.
Mrs. Goldberg. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just want to thank you so much. It was a wonderful party last night. Everybody was having just a good time, and the food was fabulous.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And my grandmother does. You know what I mean? And I was glad that I can bring a piece of my past. You know what I mean? To friends of mine to say, well, I wonder how your grandmother cooked. Well, that's how she cooked. But I got to tell you something, Perk. When it comes to baking, you are, and I'm not one for
I
sweet.
know. My gosh.
I'm telling you. I mean, Sarah Lee would actually get out of town if she ever tasted your cook. Sarah Lee and all that, because you could really bake. And I don't know why Jolet has you walking around with high heels naked when he's baking. If it was me, I would just have you baking in the kitchen.
Well, what you don't know is she's carrying a tray of her desserts.
My God.
You know what? Looks pretty that way.
It looks pretty. It really does.
Unbelievable. Well, anyway, we love you, and it's so nice that you're a part of our family, and I really mean that, because we got a built-in audience. You got naturally Dr. Perry and Diana, who we love with her. They left today, didn't they?
No. They don't leave till Tuesday. No, not till Tuesday. They leave Tuesday.
We're going to miss them.
I know.
Yeah, but listen, they're worth billions, so they're going to just travel around the world and have a great time.
But Pirco, you came after you were there for 3 days downtown at the Life is Beautiful event, and you were working it yesterday, and you came after the event. So I applaud you, because you came in your truffles and bacon t-shirt, but of course she very stylishly, she had another jacket with her and everything. So tell us about the weekend and how great it was.
Well, it was absolutely overwhelming. I didn't expect so many people there. It was tons of people everywhere, and the entertainment part was beautiful. The music, Lionel Richie was giving incredible concerts, and people were eating. We had a standing line.
You mean people had to stand in line for what you were serving, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
we could not do it fast enough.
And you made the special truffles truffle taters. Is that what they were?
Yeah, we
Truffle
make
tater tots?
truffle tots, and we made mac and cheese balls.
Oh, those mac and cheese. Oh my gosh,
they were
those
so
are
good.
great.
You know, and I said to Jolie looked so handsome yesterday. He walked in, he had a beautiful black suit with a white turtleneck. You know, and the guy's he should have been a model. He's got the height and the look. And I said, Jolie, you look great. He says, you know, Mike, I'm not wearing no underwear. I said, why are you telling me this?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing today because he's right now, as we're speaking, he's in the dentist fixing his teeth. So.
Oh, he's at the dentist. Oh.
No, that's a BS, because guess who's on the phone? Jolie.
Jolie.
Poor guy. He's having pain.
Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Chef Michael.
Did you wear your underwear today?
Well, I was listening to the radio in my car. I'm on the way to the dentist. You know, and
I hope
hear my wife calling.
I hope you wore your underwear.
You know, Michael, I think this is a little bit too much information.
No, I'm having fun. No, I went to the proctologist last week. I couldn't believe it. I was so embarrassed. It's the first time, as being 62. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor says, I said, what do you got to do? I said, I'm Italian. He said, what's I got to do? I got to check for your prostate. So he did. He says, get in the fetal position. It was a very
fetal position.
Yeah, you got to get in the fetal right. For you people that are John, John Styles. John loves that stuff. He goes just weekly. So anyway, I said, yo, doc. I said, your ring is killing me. He said, Mike, it's my watch. Anyway, Jolie, we had so much fun last night. I'm telling you.
It was unbelievable last night. There was food, wine, people, Sandy's father was terrific. It was a good what you did there.
Well, sure, he got all them free gifts.
I think he was surprised. He was surprised, Jolie, because he was not expecting that. Yeah.
So he comes up to me and you got to understand something, Jolie, and you know that because he's not an affectionate guy. You know what I mean? I'm Italian. He's okay with me. I'll give him a kiss and I'll hug him. And I hugged him. I said, Pop, did you have a great time? He said, Mike.
He was affectionate with Monet.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He walked in. He said, "Did you see the coconuts on that board?"
He did not say that.
He's kidding you. She, first of all,
Monique
is gorgeous.
How stunning she looked. That's what he said.
Monique,
she is stunning.
Stunning. She is. There's some people like you, Jolie. You're a handsome guy. John Lindquist, handsome guy.
You guys walk into a room and you stand out.
Right, handsome. Monique is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the other girlfriend who called late.
She always decked out.
Who else? Cece Spencer.
Cece Spencer couldn't make it because she was working, unfortunately. Yeah, she called. She called just right after, like, about 11 o'clock when everybody was leaving, or had left, yeah.
Beautiful girl.
I told you father last night. Your family has a so beautiful smile. Your father, your sister, you. It's unbelievable,
Thank you. And you got a chance to meet my brother-in-law, Alex.
Yeah,
Alex Garza was there.
Yes.
And also Anthony, my great-nephew.
The kid helped me clean
Tony
up
Garza. Yeah, it was good to have him there.
Anyway, we tried to hire somebody, to bartend and clean. Because what happens with Carl, when Carl Grasso helps me out, he'll, serve a drink and drink two for himself. Now I know why all that booze went.
No, he got stuck behind the bar one time. I think it was for one of the WEMA events. He goes, guys, I don't want to be stuck behind the bar all the time. But actually, I started out behind the bar, and I was pouring wine and everything for everybody.
But we had 50 people.
But then when it got to the hard liquor, to the vodka, and to all that other hard liquor, I have no clue how to make a drink. So somebody else had to stand it.
There was a full house last night.
It was, yes, yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun.
It was really nice. It was fun.
And
you know how to. You guys know how to throw the party, and it was beautiful.
Bill Tanner said, Mike, I love your home. You got a great home, and that's what I said. It has nothing to do with the house. It's the people. Sandy and I can go out of a one-bedroom apartment, trust me, and run the same party and get the same.
Of course, we'd have to have a big backyard to get everybody in.
But it's
have a party.
It's the people.
You're absolutely right, Mike. It's not house. It's the people who live in the house.
Yeah, and it's the way the house feels because, also the other thing is a lot of times, not just because I built the house, but, a lot of times people will go into a large home and they don't always feel comfortable. And
it's a house. It's not a home.
And I have heard this from a lot of people, and I want to thank everybody for sharing this with me. And I'm glad you feel comfortable because they walk in and they say, Sandy, this house feels comfortable. It's homey, and a lot of times a big home like that can feel sterile, because it's just,
Yeah, but the people, people feel comfortable in there because of you and Mike.
Yeah.
You make people feel comfortable, no matter which house you ask.
I said that to Sandy.
Make people feel comfortable.
We were looking at houses
Well,
yesterday.
that's good because we're going to be getting another house.
Right, we were looking at because we're downsized.
Well, that is too big for you guys.
Right, and we were looking at homes, different houses like that. And the main thing, as soon as we walk into place, Sandy will say, the living room, the kitchen's not big enough.
Well, the dining room isn't big enough for the table.
For everybody.
For everybody to sit down for lunch, for dinner.
Even on a normal Sunday, it's 15 people.
Sunday dinner, yeah.
It's me and Sandy, my father-in-law.
And that's a sit-down, so you have to have the dining room table.
There's four of us right there. Then you and your wife make 6. And then the Grassos, they're right up our
That's
gazoo.
right. And the Pascals.
And the Pascals, and then you got my buddy Jimmy Melodor. He was sick. He didn't make it last night.
I know.
Neil
Jimmy
Caminera's my attorney. He's all by himself, the kid. And I won't leave him flat.
Yeah, and if we wanted to invite everybody, it's 50 people. Now, this house that we saw yesterday, we went over and took a peek at this house and in the morning, and it was really, really nice right there in Canyon Gate. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that one might work out. Whatever the right one will come along if that's meant to be. But the nice thing about it is we walked in, and on the right it had this really nice area for a nice dining room where we could expand a table, or we could add like a couple of tables in there. You could do like 4 round tables in there. You know what I mean?
It's really funny.
And really have a great dinner.
I think you're gonna find the house when you both walk in the house and you look each other.
That's right.
That's the house.
That's right.
I usually like to try the toilets.
Pirko.
We want to be comfortable when you're sitting on the toilet.
Pirko, I want to talk about when you guys came out here to Las Vegas. You really, you really weren't planning on moving out here. Jolie had retired, and and when you came out and you started looking at houses, you ended up, looking around, and then when you found the house you're in, you said it was the view that sold you on the house.
Yeah, it was a view because all my house can fit in your living room.
Well,
view is.
We live in an airport, so it's a little different situation with us.
But Pirko, that's what you said, right? It was the view.
It was. You walk into the house and you just, you have to call your gut feeling, and it's just something what happened inside of you.
Yeah.
This is for me. This is for us.
Right.
You know,
it's funny how history repeats itself, because as everyone knows, there was a demise in my life, and I used to have 25 people every week, and I said, I'll never cook again. I'll never have that. And I'm right back, right.
You know what they say? Never say never.
Never. They said never spit in the air because it comes back in your face, so watch out. And my grandmother used to say to me, "Quando la selo zucchero con la vina," which means, in Italian, be careful.
I couldn't find my pencil.
The words that come out of your mouth better be sweet, because someday you might have to eat them. So be very careful, ladies and gentlemen, what you tell other people, okay, in your anger, because you can, once that stuff comes out of your mouth, you can never retract it. So many times, be careful what you say, and always pray on it. It's hard to have that, especially when you get into a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? People in a car, neighbor, whatever the case may be. So it's easy for you to talk, because right now we're all calm until something happens, and then people get crazy in the head. You know what I mean? I see.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yes. Barry Gordy loved the meatballs so much.
Not Barry. It is not Barry,
what
Michael. It is Robert Gordy Jr.
Well, Barry Gordy.
Because
finish?
No, because Robert is Barry Gordy's nephew.
I was going to say Robert Gordy's
his father, Robert Gordy Sr., is Barry Gordy's brother. Well, it's a lineage. It's like I'm Dick Kastel's daughter.
I was going to say
not
Robert,
his aunt, and not his sister.
Robert Gordy, I was going to say his nephew. See?
No. Barry Gordy's nephew, Robert Gordy. Now he's really confused.
He was stealing meatballs.
Who was it that took your brain apart? Oh, that was Dr. Perry.
Yeah, he was sticking the meatballs in his pocket. He said, Mike, they're so delicious. I said, let me give you a try. No, I'm only kidding. But we had such a great time, and we love them people, because there's certain people that you meet that you just,
they are
I'll give you for
sweet.
instance, Yanko.
Alex Yanko and
Yanko,
Kim. I got to meet. We
Kim is
really got
great.
to get to know Kim a lot better.
Right, but you know who surprised me the most?
Who?
Was Jim Sorouse.
Jim Sorouse,
who's the head guy at Canyon Gate.
Yeah.
Jim, you got to remember something. Jim is a dead ringer for Joel Osteen. He's got the same smile, that same type of, and he said to me, "I'm only going to come over for a few minutes, Mike, to wish you fun."
Because their son is here. He moved here, about a week ago, so they've only been here a week, and his girlfriend is with him from Minnesota, and so he said, I've got my son with me and his girlfriend, so we're just going to stay for 15 minutes. Okay, we're just letting you know ahead of time, so don't feel bad when we leave. We said, okay.
He had a ball. He didn't want to leave. And his wife said, Mike, I got to tell you, my husband does not socialize with too many people. Because a lot of people, especially when you're walking into an Italian house, you know what I mean? Or someone that's Italian or some that vibrates, the loud vocal, because people don't come in quiet. Hey, give me a gabagool sandwich. Somebody give me a salami. They're screaming across the room. I mean, and it's terrible. And you forget because the East Coast comes out of you. And I'm watching people that are not Italian because, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the majority of friends we have are not Italian. There are a lot of Jewish people that we have.
Well, we have a variety. We have a whole mix. You know why? Because everybody makes the world go round.
Nan came in. I said, Nan.
Brad couldn't come because he wasn't feeling well.
And
we had a few people under the weather. Jimmy Molador had the flu,
You better be ready for Wednesday.
And it was just a couple weeks ago that Shiny Mohawk and Jason
haven't heard from him.
Yeah, we did. Remember, he talked to us last week after he got better. But he got the flu. So hopefully they'll be here Wednesday night. Wednesday night, guys, we are going to be back at Tuscany Grill. And we are going to have a new person with us. We're going to have, what's his name? Gary. He is the guitar player. Excellent jazz guitarist. So we're real excited. So it should be a lot of fun. Tuscany Grill, 11105, Wednesday night, 7 to 10 p.m. And we've got Santo Savino. We have, you know what? Let me get a word in edgewise. I just finally got an opening. So anyway, we've also got, who else then? Go ahead, Michael. What's his last name?
Don Henley.
Don Hunley. Don Allen Hunley. I know if I let you say it. But we also have Santo Savino. We have Spider on bass.
Not Spider!
Yes. And Jimmy Molador.
Not Jimmy Molador!
And if you're just tuning in right now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. We've got somebody else on the line. Who is it? Who is it?
I just forgot.
Okay, well, anyway, hold on. There will be
up.
right back after a quick message from our sponsors.
You're fired, kid. Get the hell out.
More recipes, more fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Thank you, Pirko, and thank you, Jolie, for joining us today on Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
I got to tell you,
musician.
We got a phone call from one of my favorite singers because somebody asks me. People say to me, Mike, since you're an entertainer, when you listen to somebody, who do you listen to? And I listen, honestly, truthfully, I listen to his album, Get Me to the Church.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, my dad is very particular.
Yep.
Okay, very particular.
There's women too.
And for my dad to say, yeah, that kid's good. Yeah. Hey, it's Peter Pavone.
Hey, Michael, you really got to try decaf, man.
Really?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad
Peter.
that you're saying something because I talked to you all night. You couldn't say a word because you were chewing all friggin' night.
I think he needs to try, what is that? Kava is what he needs to try.
I'm going back over there to have the food again for breakfast.
Pete, I got to ask you a question.
It's all gone because we sent it all home, and he said everybody had a care package to go home. And I said, Michael, I didn't have a bite of anything, but luckily, before everybody came late in the afternoon, he gave me a little bit of his chicken. What was that?
Chicken cacciatore. Pete, let me ask you a question.
That was great.
All jokes aside,
what was your favorite?
What was your favorite that you enjoyed? Tell everybody. Tell all our listeners on the air. What did you enjoy the best?
Oh, the pasta was insane.
Pasta al grasso.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? That's a very simple dish, Peter. It's a peasant dish.
4 minutes.
It's a peasant dish.
Takes 4 minutes to make.
Yeah, very simple dish to make, but it is so good. It keeps us all coming back for more.
Yeah, the
flavor, because so many things in life don't have any flavor anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was just fabulous. In fact, after we were there for celebrating your dad's birthday, we went to the Italian American Club. It was Benny's birthday. It runs the place. And then we were at the bootlegger Jerry Jones' birthday. So I'm OD'd on birthday cake this morning. I need an intervention over here.
Jerry Jones had a birthday too?
Yeah. Jerry's back with us. He was a rough time, health-wise, but he's back on his feet.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. And so it was Ben, is it Spano?
Yeah.
Ben Spano's
Was
birthday?
it by invitation only?
No. It was just I heard about it, on the way out of your place. They said, "Hey, it's Benny's. We're going to Italian American." Okay, let's go. And
you brought
there, and it was Jerry's birthday over there. Okay, let's go.
You brought Joanne Toronto and Richard with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also your landlord.
Yeah.
What's her name? Is it Patty? Patty.
Visiting from New Jersey.
Yeah, and she's heading back, I think, today or tomorrow or Tuesday or something.
Your landlord, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Patty.
She doesn't want to go. I said, stay.
I know, and she had a condo. She had bought a condo out here, and then what happened is Peter went away. He was over in Japan.
Oh, you went away, Pete?
No, he went to Japan, and then when he came back, he called Joanne, and he said, "Joanne, I need a place." And so she called her friend Patty, who had this condo, and that's how he got his place here.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I hear
great.
it's a really cool condo too.
Well, Pete, let me tell you, where are you performing at now?
Well, I'm at the El Cortez Wednesday through Saturday night in the lounge.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, fun little place, and I do all kinds of music. And
they really
comedy
should give you a band, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they really should give you a
working
trio.
on it. Well, the tracks I have are good, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah, band's totally different experience.
I know.
Yeah.
And it makes such a difference. And of course, we love the band. Of course, I grew up listening to my dad playing with the bands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing of it is the bands went away in Las Vegas about the 80s because they went down. They had that big strike here, where they.
89.
Well, first of all, what they did is my dad said, well, the musicians kind of made a mistake because what happened is that the hotel said, look, we just want we want to bring some tracks in and the band to play along with the tracks. And the musicians union said, no way, not going to happen. Well, that was a big mistake because by not allowing them to just bring in, have the musicians play with the tracks, what happened is they ended up with that huge strike. Then everybody was out of work. And then what they did is they brought in tracks for everything.
Well, it put
a ton of musicians out of work.
Well,
that was in the 80s.
$20,000 a week.
And my dad was 50 years old at the time, and he said, "Look, Sandy, I'm here he is a sax man, and he had to learn guitar, so to play in a duo, so that he could have that little box. He had one of those machines. It was Dr.
Seuss.
No, what was it called?
Dr. Cyclops.
It was one of those machines, the early machines that was a synthesizer.
Remember Dr. Cyclops?
No. It was before that. Anyway, it was. He said it was it was more like mathematical. Like if you wanted to put a chord in there. Okay, a little too much, Ryan. Let it go. Now, thank you.
Well, everybody remembers the good old days.
I'm so sorry.
The vintage days. Everybody's thinking, oh, the old days,
Why don't I just leave?
No, are you there?
Yeah, she's there. She's mad at me.
Okay, all right.
She gets mad.
So, we in honor of that, we do.
My name is on the show too, Michael.
Yeah.
Go to Mount Charleston and go fishing.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, I put together another show to celebrate that.
I had an important point to make.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish.
I just wanted to say that in the 80s, we did lose that live music thing, because everything was on the tracks. And then, so now we've got the same situation a lot because our lounges all we've got is the tracks. And that's the point I'm trying to make. People want to hear live musicians, not dead musicians or not musicians on tracks. They want to hear the real thing. And that's why when we do big events like this, where we have the live musicians, the big bands, people love it.
Yeah, no, that was incredible.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you guys know about the show I have coming up to celebrate the vintage days of Vegas.
I know. You're going to be with Rich Little, and you've got a gang of people over at the Starbright Theater. When is that? Was that November?
November 8th. Yeah, I got Rich Little, Ronnie Rose, Miston Gets co-producing with me. I've got Katasha Commode, Tommy Ward, and Murray Sawchuk, and we're all going to be tributing different people from the great years of Vegas, and Rich is going to be doing his great impersonations. They can buy tickets on Starbright Theater in Summerlin.
And how much are the tickets? $15 or $18?
$18.
$18.
And that goes with a filet mignon dinner. That's a hell of a dinner.
No meal.
And a 6-piece band.
Not six.
Six-piece band. All right.
Wow. A six-piece band.
All right.
Not
That's
17
great.
like you guys hang, but I'm working my way up the food
It's all
chain.
right, Pete. We love you, buddy.
I think they seat about, what, 200 people in that theater? 300? 300. That's a nice theater. I saw Susan
Sarandon.
Somebody over there. Gosh, I forgot her last name. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, I've seen a few plays over there.
Celebrities in the audience, too.
Yeah.
I don't want
Celebrities?
to disclose, but yeah, there's going to be some major people coming.
Major people.
We're very excited. Well, you know.
Did you invite us?
Household name type people. Yeah. You're
Oh,
invited.
household name people.
Yeah, you're
Well, listen,
invited.
Peter, we want to thank you for joining us and thank you for being part of our shows,
Yeah, we love you, kid.
because we really appreciate it. And we
Love
want to,
you guys.
I know you're working on Wednesday night, or else we'd have you down there Wednesday nights with us,
All right. Well, I'll just be there in spirit.
Okay, good. Well, thank
Thanks,
you so
Pete.
much. Have a great day.
you,
And watch out for that
Jeffrey.
niacin tablet.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, Tomato Man.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks, pal.
All right.
Bye.
Listen, I wanted to thank. Here's something from Paver Sealing from Vegas. This is your friend George Palera,
Right.
And his nephew Scott Palera, has this company, and it's called Seal and Lock. They do all this stuff for your what?
I don't know, Sam. It's your show.
Yeah, right. Okay, now you're going to do that to me. No, but anyway, for paving, patios, walkways, driveways, pool decks, all of your needs.
know what-
And you can call. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying because what happens is they do a tremendous job on your driveway. Like, you know, look, if you whack somebody, you want them to disappear.
They did the Pascals.
Right. Believe me, you're right inside the driveway.
I wonder
They'll
who
never
they
find
whacked.
you. You'd be surprised.
But you know what happens here in Las Vegas because of the extreme heat. That seal that you put on lasts only a few years. So what they do is they come back and they seal it. And I understand that their seal lasts a lot longer.
It does.
So you can just call 702-701-0388. That's 702-701-0388 and check out Scott Palera and give them a call
Right.
and have them come and do your. This is a good time to do it because the weather's cooler.
Cooler, nice,
Yeah,
yes.
so that'll be good, and then it'll be nice
Now-
throughout the whole winter.
In my hand, we got Neil Carmenares.
Yes.
Our not only our friend, but and our executive producer to the
Right.
television show and radio show, but our attorney, and he has something here, Sam, that I think that would be absolutely advantageous for you to dibble in.
Dibble?
To dibble in.
Dabble?
Okay, to show you the wonderful work that this guy does.
Okay.
And his flyer is just absolutely fantastic. There's no recipes on it, but there's something that you may like. So.
Oh, so he hands it to me.
Sure,
Okay.
I cannot see that.
It says visit us online at www.necesq.com. That's
.com.
necesq.com. And it says present this flyer for your free estate plan review. Save money. This is Neil Colmenares, and he's a civil attorney, and he does a lot of things. He has a list of things that he does. He can stay on top of your credit, so he can help you keep your credit
Yes.
good.
You gotta
He
have
can
good
help you
credit.
make a living will, which is so important, of course, for all of us, no matter what age we are, because, we never know what God has in store for us.
True.
Also, set up a will and a trust.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that if you don't set up a will and trust before that time, your heirs
probate.
can end up sitting there for years, and having everything in probate. So it's really important to set up a living trust. And I know the Pascals just did this, recently, so they
You
got
know what's
everything set
sad,
up
though?
for them.
I'm not
What?
into Pascal's will.
Oh, you don't know. They might have put you in for a little bit. Maybe that big bowl that's up on the wall,
Her mother's
from
bowl,
your
yes.
mother.
Her mother's bowl. That's not a bowl.
That's a beautiful.
That's a flying saucer.
Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful dish. And also the Nevada's homestead exemption. That's very important too. You can have your one home homesteaded, and I think up to a certain amount. I forget what it is, but that's very important. And also, prenuptial agreement. You can sign a prenuptial and incorporate. So he can help you with all your incorporating needs. So speak to a tax attorney, plan for retirement, and make major decisions. Call Neil Colmenares, and again, you can call him. Where's his phone number? It's hiding here. Neil, I've got to talk to you about here it is. It's right on the front page where I can see it easily. 702-629-6666. That's 702-629-6666 for Neil Colmenares. Give him a call, and he has a free estate plan review for you. Okay. If you tell him Sandy and Michael sent you, you have to tell him
Right.
Sandy and Michael sent you so you can get that free plan review. Yes, Michael, don't fall back to sleep.
No, I'm sorry.
anyway, also, Alex Yanko was there last night.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, this gentleman does so many great things. Not only is he a builder, he takes homes and he fixes them up, and then he makes these wonderful homes out of, things that are distressed.
And he just gives them away to people.
No, he doesn't give them away. But what he does do is he does free services for seniors.
Right.
He'll come in and take care of their plumbing or whatever it is that they need to have done. So that's a wonderful thing. Also, he
about the
has a
stuff
couple of
for kids? He
organizations.
does so many nice things.
He gives away bicycles at Christmas time. And also he has an organization called City Impact Center over on Maryland Parkway. And let me get the rest of the name. It's Higher Power Living. Higher Power Living. And they do a lot of great things. They feed, what do you say? I mean, hundreds of people every single week they're out there.
If they feed him like Peter Pavone, that kid would go out of business.
Yeah, well, anyway, what can we say? Peter has a healthy appetite. But let me find his phone number here. Alex. His phone number is 702-350-5054. That's 702-350-5054. Call him for all of your home improvement needs. And also check out what all the organization does, the City Impact Center on Maryland Parkway and the Higher Power Organization.
Do you know what he did? He brought me 2 beautiful cigars.
Yes.
And he grabbed one for himself and gave the other one to Bill Tanner. I couldn't believe it. I said, Al, what the hell?
You know why? Because
he put a dent in my box, let me tell you.
He saw that you had that big box full of cigars.
It cost me $700. What are you talking about? They put a dent in that. Bill was taking them like it was Halloween. It was Christmas
but you know
candy.
what? You guys had a great time last night. We all did. And if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, the musician. We'll be right back after a message
when I get back
from our sponsors.
This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. I'm writing down this name and number because I want to talk about what John Stiles did for us yesterday for the event. He took, what are you doing, Michael?
I dropped my card.
You dropped your card? Oh, well, you have to pick it up.
My niece
anyway, Roby Turner. Roby Turner. I've got to say that name several times. Roby Turner from Fat Strad at 702-242-4511. 702-242-4511. The reason you want to call this gentleman is if you need to have sound done for any of your events, you've got to call this gentleman because he came last Sunday, the 19th of October, to our big event that we did at Canyon Gate Country Club. And they set up all the microphones, they set up the speakers, they set up the sound so that it could all be hooked up into the video. The video cameras could be hooked up to it. And yesterday, John Stiles brought a DVD, and what it was is he took all the photos that he took for this event last week and put them to the music of my dad's big band from that event. And the sound was beautiful. Except my dad did say, the only one thing was he said, yeah, they never know because I'm always standing up. They don't know when I'm doing my solo, so they don't turn up the microphone. But, oh my gosh, the music was excellent on that. And I know that when we get to see the video, it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. And I know David Taylor must be working on that right now as we speak. Because I can't wait to see it. Then that'll be previewed for our show, our TV show that we have coming up in November.
Well, the first show that we're doing for television will be out of Canyon Gate. You don't even that's
going to be the
first show coming out. Then after that, we got the Tuscany.
We got the Shopping at Smith's. We've got Tuscany Grill. We've got the Staying Fit and Fabulous segments. We've got from the dance studio, backstage dance studio. We've got also with Sherry Goldstein's yoga studio. So we've got some great things to start out with for the Sandy Kastel and Friends TV show with none other than Chef Michael.
Who's on the phone?
What do you mean you don't like it when I go Chef Michael? Robert Gordy Jr.
Hey, buddy!
Robert Gordy Jr. Hi, Robert.
Good morning, Sandy. Good morning.
How are
Michael.
you?
I just I am still recuperating from the dinner party last night for your dad, Dick Kastel. It was phenomenal. Thank you so much. You absolutely right. Your home is warm, welcome, and loving. It was phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was at home. I said, I think I'm going to move in here. This is so beautiful. And
Plenty of room, pal.
Well, Robert, I understand that you are going to be doing a huge interview tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yeah. I want you and Chef Michael to tune in. It's an internet radio program coming out of Los Angeles, Faces of Success Radio.
Uh-huh.
And I said, why do you want to interview me? He said, man, legacy of your family, Motown, Berry Gordy, and your cousin Sherry. I guess she's done some things with them in Los Angeles. And they had me come on a radio station interview with Sherry, and they started asking about questions about the old days of Motown in the 50s and 60s. And
oh, yeah.
I'm older than Sherry, so that I knew a lot about that. And within like 10 minutes, they was like, my God, we got to bring you back on yourself. And so they want me to come on tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. In the evening, I was telling Diane.
What time is that?
7 o'clock, Pacific time.
Okay.
And the link to the internet, www.facesofsuccessradio.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I told them I'm going to talk about Sandy Kastel and Michael Leonetti, how wonderful you all have been, and the big band last week.
Thank you.
All the great things going on in Las Vegas. So they don't want to just talk about the old days of Motown.
You know something?
What's going on now?
That's right.
You want to laugh. I gave a care package. I always do, everybody. And my father-in-law took...
He took it, yeah.
He took his food, so...
Michael, I want to tell you, that dinner last night, I'm telling your 90,000 listeners, if they were able to be there, the layout of the dinner, I thought I was at the buffet at Caesar's Palace. That's how phenomenal it was. It was fantastic. So Chef Michael gave me a care package, and I looked around, and it was gone. I said, where'd my...
Well, you know what happened? Gil Cohen's wife, the same thing happened. And she said, Mike, she said, somebody took my food. We got food thieves. They don't take the money. They don't want Joe Lay's paintings. They want the food.
It's so funny.
Well, it was so wonderful. I got some of the Chef Michael's meatballs before everybody else got them, so I got to try them out. But thank you so much. It was wonderful. I got a day job like Chef Michael, but I'll definitely be eating great today. And Monique, she's on cloud nine.
She's the best. We love her.
Time, and everybody just loved her. I tried to call her. I said, let's call in, and she said, let's do it tomorrow.
Well, you can do it tomorrow too. But we want to thank you again, Robert, for joining us. You and Monique, and I'm really looking forward to hearing this interview on Faces of Success. So tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for Faces of Success, and hear Robert Gordy talk all about the wonderful times in Motown history.
Right. Thanks, Bobby.
We love you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Michael, Sandy, thank you so much.
And we'll talk to you again tomorrow, okay?
Sounds great.
All right,
thank
great.
You so much.
Well, thank you for everybody calling in today. And Chef Michael, we didn't get to hear any recipes, but maybe you'll share some of them with you.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. It's another day.
Yeah, and we got to have the food, which was great. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Tune in today on YouTube to watch our show live on YouTube. Well, no, not live. We'll be live here, but then repeated there. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.
Right, thanks, Carl. Thanks, Carl.
Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
For drinking all my booze, and thanks, Bill Tanner, for stealing all my cigars.
And the Blossos.
Yeah.